Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. What did you guys think of that flashlight test comparing this very popular Energizer Ultimate Lithium battery and this new XTAR battery rechargeable that I just discovered? Now, I had a previous video comparing the Energizer Ultimate Lithium with the Duracell, which the Duracell slightly lasted a little bit longer than these Energizer Ultimate Lithium, and a lot of people commented on there, and you know, that was just a basic test that I did. I wasn't expecting that many views, and I was very impressed. So it wasn't very professional. It was just a quick 30-second video. I was just like, well, let's just throw it on YouTube and see what happens. And apparently it's got a ton of views on there, so I figured people are kind of interested in things like that. But a lot of you guys said that it's not really a fair test because one's lithium ion and one wasn't, and that also that lithium ion is a lot better in extreme temperatures, like very cold temperatures, for example. So this time we're comparing apples to apples. This is a lithium ion and nickel metal hydride battery. So it says on there it says it's both actually. So lithium ion or nickel metal hydride battery. So in any case, these caught my eye. You know, I thought I'd check them out because, you know, they are rechargeable. This cost me about 14 bucks at Walmart. This one, at least you can recharge it. But I'll leave a link in the description where you guys go ahead and check these out and order some yourself if you'd like. So in any case, let's just go through what's on the box basically. What does it claim? So 2.9 hours for charging time from 0, and it's always going to provide stable, strong power, which you saw in the video. Let's talk about that, then we'll get back to this. Actually, what I noticed is that, you know, the Energizer technically maybe lasted a little bit longer. However, full power, the flashlight went out quicker or sooner than the XTAR. It actually went dimmer first, and it was still squeaking out a little bit of voltage or whatever while this was still shining bright. And then once this battery was pretty much fully discharged, the light just boom went completely out. So for me, that's kind of more important because you want to use you want to get as much power out of the battery as long as possible. You know, you'll still get power out of this, but then, you know, that leftover remaining voltage or whatever might not be beneficial at all anyway. So far I was very impressed. Like, these actually outlasted something called the Energizer Ultimate Lithium that is way more expensive. So anyway, can't wait to hear your guys' feedback on that too. You know, I'm no battery expert, you know, I am an electrical engineer and stuff like that, but you know, I don't do all of the fancy tests where, you know, we do the scientific measurements and stuff. What I did was just the flashlight test, which normal people who are going to use batteries in a normal way are probably going to be interested in something like that versus something so technical. This is just a quick and dirty test that I can do easily at home with a couple of different flashlights. Other than that, whatever else is on the box, it says it has a big boost in lifespan. So that's true because it's going to outlast these Energizer ones because they're rechargeable, right? On the back, it's compatible to mixed charging of lithium ion, 1.5 volt lithium ions, and 1.2 volt nickel metal hydride AA and AAA batteries. So as you can see, if you take these batteries out, which by the way has a hole in here, you can get your finger in there and kind of push those out if you need to. But this has a possibility to charge AA and AAA batteries, so that's a plus. I'm going to order a bunch of more of these actually, by the way, and in AAA. It also is a smart charger because it adopts optimal charging strategies according to the box, and the approximate charging time for AA batteries like this is 2.5 hours to 6 hours, and for AAA 45 minutes to 2.5 hours. So that's where they get this 2.9 hours from, more or less, maybe a average on some of that, and it depends on the battery type, of course. And so XTAR's latest unique control technology to charge 1.2 nickel metal hydride batteries, and this approach enables faster charging, precise cutoff, and lower battery temperature. So that's all good. These are made in China, whereas most things are anyways. I'm sure these Energizers are also, actually it's made in Singapore. So it's not neither of these are made in the United States, if that's a concern for you. Anyway, so in any case, look in the manual here. It is a manual full of different languages like English, Deutsch, French, and Italian, and all kinds of other ones. So you get one page, simple, easy to read English menu here, or instruction manual. It is a USB-C Type-C charger here. You get the cable with it. So now that it's got USB-C, it's way more compatible and versatile for all of the other things that you have around the house to charge. And maybe I'll put a picture on the screen so you guys can quickly look at that so that I don't have to read all of that to you. I'm just going to go ahead and go to the website and kind of read through a little bit of some of the interesting things that I've noticed about these XTAR batteries. So on the box here, on the actual battery itself, it says it's 4,150 milliwatt hours. That's probably just to highlight that's a large number and people might go flock to it or whatever, but it's actually got a 2,500 milliamp hour capacity. So which is, you know, normal, or that's what you kind of would expect from a AA. Obviously, from this size, you wouldn't be able to get such 4,000 milliamp hours, for example. So you got to do the conversion there, okay? Now it says it's got a consistent, reliable 1.5 volt output. We saw that in the flashlight. The flashlight was still glowing even longer after the Energizer, which it was still pumping out some voltage, but this was doing the 1.5 longer. When I say this, I'm pointing to the XTAR here, sorry. The battery also has some intelligent safety chips in there, anti-leakage, and multiple protection. So you can go on the website, because that's all in the link in the description, to kind of get more deeper details of that if that's interesting to you. It says the life cycle of this battery is that you can charge it 1,200 times. So that's a lot. I use this also in a remote control car for my kids, and these were lasting a very long time, in that longer than typical AA batteries that you would get from like Energizer as well, which is what I used, Energizer Max, for example. And these worked very well. And the remote control car was still going top speed even towards the end of life of these XTAR batteries. What's also interesting is they put a little graph or chart of the discharge of this. Well, I think I'll put that up on the screen too, but that's really interesting, where you can see on the graph that you get the stable 1.5 volts, and then once it's done, like it's done, right? Whereas some of these, it's more of a curve where it starts to, you start to lose a little bit more and more and more voltage, and then it's completely out. So that's why you saw still a little bit of a glow when you had the Energizer battery and the flashlight, and the XTAR batteries was still pumping out full power and full light. What I also found neat about these, and I haven't seen these in other batteries just because I'm not huge into batteries and looking at a lot of those things, is that it has an LED indicator here at the top that'll start glowing. I'll show you guys that here on the screen. For example, I had it in here, and you can see it's a green light that starts to blink. So that light actually is it's a low voltage detection. So when the voltage drops to 1.1 volts, it'll start to give you a warning of blinking, just in case you can see that, I guess, through a battery door or whatever. Normally you can't, right? Because everything's kind of closed up in there. But if you had like a see-through one, at least you can kind of see that that's blinking, letting you know that it's about to be drained completely, and you can hopefully replace it real quick before you avoid sudden shut off, or you can safely shut something down and then replace the battery and then go back to charging this up. So things like, your door locks or virtual reality things, or GPS. So what's really cool is like door locks, your electronic door locks. These would be perfect for that, actually, because sometimes the door locks are outside in the extreme cold. So you got a nice rechargeable battery in there that's really going to always give you that power so that you don't end up being locked out or something like that, right? And this charger also has 4 individual lights here that'll be red if it's dead, or if the batteries are dead, and green once they're fully charged. So that's a good, neat indicator, as most chargers do have. So again, on their website, they explain that it's got an anti-leakage sealing ring, an intelligent safety chip, and a 4150 milliwatt hour lithium ion core, which, okay, we all know that. That just kind of breaks down what they're trying to explain in their safety protection of the battery here. They also mentioned that this charger here, I already told you it charges multiple types of batteries, so you can just get one charger and charge multiple types of batteries, whereas other chargers, they're either stuck with charging that brand or that type of battery. So that's neat. It's really good investment then, I think, to get this XTAR as well. I'm just showing you guys my thoughts because I'm really happy with these XTAR batteries, and I just want to get the word out kind of, because I've never heard of them, and maybe not a lot of people have. And other ideas that they give you on the website is to use these for, game controllers, oral irrigators, maybe for dentists, I guess, electric shavers, blood pressure monitors, kids' toys, which I already tested, which works great. They last long. Digital audios, wireless mouse and keyboards. I'm sure these would last long in a mouse, actually. And what's great is you can just charge them up real fast, and either that or you have a chargeable mouse. But if you're still dealing with a mouse that has AA batteries or something, these would be great too, because then you won't ever have to throw them away. You just recharge them. Other parameters, if you are interested, is that this is a standard charging voltage of 1.5 volts. Max continuous discharge current is 2 amps out of this. And the charging current, we'll go back to this, as 0.45 amps, or we'll just call it 0.5 amps, which is typical on some low voltage or low charging chargers. And on the website, maybe I'll put a screenshot here real quick. It has a cool little comparison data table, or comparison table, from the other battery comparison tests from a website called Akkuvergleichtest.de. That's actually a German one. I'm surprised they have that. But if you know anything about Germany, they have really good quality and good testing facilities there. So the Akkuvergleichtest.de, I'll put that, you can see that. So we actually have a source where that graph or that table comes from, which is really nice, because I hate when you see claims and things like that without any evidence, but here we actually have the source for that. So in any case, I just want to wrap it up here. Just share my thoughts. It's supposed to be a quick video anyway. These XTAR batteries, highly would recommend. I'm actually going to go look for other types of batteries, those 18650 batteries or whatever, those really big ones that really powerful ones. I think they make those as well. So I'll probably get some of those and AAAs. Probably going to load up more on these AA's too, because, you know, I'm tired of buying batteries all the time. And so this is going to be a really good investment for me. So thanks a lot, guys, for watching. Again, go ahead and go down in the description, find out more about these batteries. Hope you guys liked the video and enjoyed that flashlight test.